which means he can come to Toledo State, have a great career, and go somewhere else, being eligible to play football his entire freshman year.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love All-American, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today we'll be talking about All-American Season 4, Episode 4. This is the recap. Now I'm going to try my best to go over all the key points in this episode. If I miss anything, you guys let me know down below. And man, what an episode. We got a little bit of everything in this episode. Football, drama, and of course, we're going to have to figure out what's going to happen between your boy Spencer and this whole Toledo State thing. So we're going to talk about that in this recap. But you guys let me know, man, how did y'all feel about Coach Hudson? He got to go, man. He has to go. The streets need a body. This guy got to get up out of here. I know that's probably not going to happen, but dude was pissing me off in this episode. But let's begin, man. What did we see in this recap? Now, we get to the studio. We see Kim. She is spitting Coop's lyrics to Coop's song. Of course, Coop does not like this. You know, she has to listen and hear another rapper spit her story. She's not feeling it. She lets Layla know how she felt about it. Of course, once again, Layla lets Coop know that she had to do what she had to do because Coop, you know, she quit on her and she invested all this money for Coop. And it didn't get her nowhere. It did not get her nowhere by doing this. So Layla is like, look, I got to make it work somehow, some way. So having Kim do this is something that I got to do. Now, your girl Olivia, she has a job interview, an internship over the summer. And she's trying to prepare herself, you know, asking Spencer to ask her these questions. And Spencer's like, look, don't worry about it. You're going to be all right. Just be yourself. It's going to be all good. Now, Spencer, he is talking to his mom, Grace, and he's like, man, do you think they knew that Coach Dante was leaving when he signed with him? So he has all these questions. He doesn't really know what he really wants to do. And his mom, Grace, tells him this would not be the first time that a player has did this. So don't worry about it and just ask him later on when you see him. Now, we get to your girl, Olivia, and she's doing pretty good at the interview. It is some small parts of the interview that has Olivia caught by surprise, but for the most part, she did good. And she is, given an assignment to do. This assignment is all in Olivia's hands. All she has to do is bring them back a banging story, something that's, popping and different. So we're going to see what she's going to do. Now, we get to Coach Hudson, and Spencer asks him, like, did y'all know about, Coach Dante leaving or whatever? And then this dude, he starts to run his mouth talking about, I thought you would be more grateful. I thought you signed to the school, not the coach. And of course, Spencer's like, yeah, I did sign to the school. He just had some simple questions, but this coach is making it seem like Spencer is the problem. What's so hard? He cannot ask these questions. It's kind of funny that Coach Dante just left and he never contacted Spencer or anything. Like, something's up in the air about that story. Coach Hudson says, you know what? Let me go to Coach Baker and offer him a job. Maybe if I can get him to come to Toledo, maybe Spencer will feel more comfortable. So this dude is willing to do whatever it takes to get Spencer there. And he's willing to, of course, give Coach Baker a job. This dude just wants to control everything, doesn't he? Now we get to your girl, Olivia, and she's, doing her story. She's having conversations with Simone and Spencer, and she's starting to realize all the pressure and stress that is on black athletes. And it's kind of sad, to be honest, because it's like one small mistake you make, and all of a sudden the world come crashing down on you. It's like they want you to go out there and be perfect, which realistically speaking, that's not going to happen. You're going to make mistakes, especially when you're young. Hell, even when you're older, you're going to make mistakes regardless. So Olivia did come up with a great story, and she got some great content, in my opinion. Now, your boy Jordan, he's kind of pissed off that he didn't get to be a part of this story. And he's like, man, everybody's playing me like I'm not great. And Olivia's like, look, you are great. You got to go out there and show people that you are great. So Jordan's going to take this, and he's going to say, you know what? You're right. I'm going to prove that I am great, that I can be, a hell of a player and a great person. Now, we get to the practice, and your boy Cam, he's on one, y'all. He's already stirring up some mess with one of the other players, and the dude was big. He was talking about how big his head was, and it's almost like a bittersweet moment, man, because we were seeing your boy Spencer and Cam probably for the last time. And, they just out there having fun, but Spencer had to calm him down and let him know it's not worth it. Then we get to Coop and Asher, and this season we're seeing more of the two because they have some similar storylines as far as their dreams being over with. But Asher is telling Coop that, he would be honored for anybody to go out there and perform or sing his song, pretty much giving Coop her props, letting her know that it's all good. She has nothing to worry about. And of course, Coop is telling Asher maybe he should go to the game. Maybe he should, support his boys, which he ended up doing anyway. We get back to the game. Your boy Kim ends up getting into it with his fellow football mate. And of course, your boy Jordan steps in. He steps in and he's like, man, look, y'all got to stop all this, man. We got all these different people here coming out to support us. We got to stop all this childish stuff. We got to stop fighting. We got to be the bigger person. I mean, he pretty much just checked them and told them to shake it up. So we already know he's getting that from his pops, that leadership role. And Jordan, he wants to prove that he is great. So he was willing to step up to the plate in this episode. Now, Laura, she's telling Billy, like, look, she's going to support his dreams. If he wants to go to Toledo, he can go there, and she's down for the cause. I mean, if that's what he wants to do, since he's always supported her, she has no issues with. Know that Billy does not want to alter Spencer's decision. And at the same time, deep down, he feels like Spencer needs to finally move on without him. So it was a very tough decision for him to make. We get to the actual game, and these guys are out there dominating. They are dominating. Spencer, Cam, they're having a great time. And like I told you guys, it's like a bittersweet moment to see these guys probably for the last time play again. I guess we're going to see how the future of the show develops. But, man, it was a bittersweet moment. I'm glad that we got to see this game, some actual football, and everybody was having a good time. Now, while they were showing the game, we can hear your girl Olivia, and we can see her, writing her story. And she was giving a hell of a good story, y'all. Just explaining how difficult it is being an athlete, a black athlete at that, with all the pressures on your back. And she explained it perfectly. So to me, I knew she was going to get that opportunity with that internship. Now, we get to your boy Kim and Spencer. And Kim is letting Spencer know he's going to, reveal what school he's going to go to at halftime. And he also let Spencer know that he's going to kill it at Toledo State. Now, we get to halftime, and of course, Cam, he's playing around, and then he puts on the Stay Tuned hat. He's once again messing around with everybody's head. He still hasn't made his decision, and I believe this probably helped motivate Spencer to actually let Coach Hudson know how he really feels. Now, Coach Baker, he tells Coach Hudson, like, look, I can't do it. I'm good. I cannot take the job. He doesn't want to, of course, influence or alter Spencer's decision, and he feel like he needs to step away and allow Spencer to spread his wings by himself for the first time. And we already can tell from the look on Coach Hudson's face, he was very, very pissed off. And I knew he's going to be a problem. Now, Jordan is finally able to get in the game, and he's like, look, I'm going to make sure my boy Isaiah is able to get in the game as well. He goes out there and he is dominating. Everybody sees that Jordan has stepped up as the leader of this team on the field and off the field. So in his head, he's like, man, maybe this can influence everybody else's different, perspectives of me, and maybe it can help me out in the long run, especially when he goes to junior college. He feels like his performance in what he's going to do there will definitely change a lot of people's opinions about him. Then we get to Coop, and she's apologizing to Layla. She's letting her know that, it was her fault, and that, she understands what she did. She has to make music, and that maybe she should let Kim spit her own lyrics. Let her freestyle, because that's what she is good at doing, and that's exactly what Layla ends up doing later on in the episode. Now we get back to Asher. We see that he has came to the game supporting his boys, and this was tough for Asher because he doesn't want to be around football anymore. But it goes to show you that having conversations with friends and just realizing that everything isn't as bad as you think it is, and that's what Asher did. He stepped out there and supported his boys. Then we get to Spencer and Coach Hudson. Finally, Spencer is letting him know how he really feels. Spencer did say he appreciated everything that he did, but he wants to weigh his options. He's not, ready to decide on the school that he wants to go to. Of course, Coach Hudson is pissed off. He is blaming Billy. He's bringing him into it, talking about, did he have anything to do with all of this? You two going to the same spot. Like, he's just pissed off. I mean, I was tired of seeing the dude, but Spencer's like, okay, I see what time it is. I see what type of dude you is. But Spencer's like, okay, I got to ask Coach Baker, what is Coach Hudson talking about? Now, of course, Billy lets him know, like, yeah, he did get the job offer, but he had to allow Spencer to go to the school and, spread his wings by himself. He can't continue to be there, and he's going to have to step out on him, on his own eventually. And Spencer's like, man, we could have ran it for 4 more years. And he was right. They could have did it for 4 more years. But realistically speaking, this does make sense. And this scene right here was the saddest scene of the show. It was a bittersweet moment, as I say again, especially this moment. Just think about how All-American started and all the things that Coach Baker and Spencer have been through together. And it's finally coming to an end. Damn. Now, the actor that plays Jordan, he said that this season will have a huge twist that's going to change everything. So I wonder what that huge twist is going to be. We know eventually a lot of different things are going to change, especially since this is senior year. Then we get back to the studio. Kim is in there freestyling because Layla said, you know what? How about you do your own thing? This is what Coop told her. So she's allowing her to pretty much do what she's more comfortable doing. And she is seeing the results. The record is flowing way better, especially since she's able to do her own thing. And it seems like it's good. So we're going to see how the whole Coop storyline plays out with later down the line. We get to Asher and your boy Jordan. Asher is telling him, look, you can go to, of course, junior college for a year like Aaron Rodgers did and come and get picked up by a D1 school and start dominating. So now Jordan is like, you know what? You're right. Screw 2 years. I can just go for 1 year and get my stats up, and then maybe I'll get picked up. We're going to see how this goes. Hopefully Jordan does not get too confident and ends up messing up. We get to Olivia. She's getting the information about if she got the internship or whatever. Now, I do believe that they said that they picked someone else for this certain position, but they said that they can still use Olivia in her storytelling. They need someone like that a part of this company. So Olivia has a great episode, and it's good because, like I said, that story that she was writing was solid in my opinion. We get to the end of the episode. Coach Hudson is telling Coach Baker, look, you can tell Spencer or I can tell him, but I'm going to tell you right now, Spencer committed to this school with the intent to be here. And if he decides to go to another school, that means he's not going to be able to play for his freshman year. So I guess whatever Spencer signed off when Coach Hudson came there, I guess in that contract is probably stating that he's not allowed to play at another school for his freshman year. I mean, we're going to find out all the details of this, but we know Coach Baker, he's going to have to deliver this news, and he's going to be very pissed off. Spencer, that is. Even Coach Baker is pissed off. At the end of the day, something's going to be up with this. I wonder if Laura can come in and probably, read between the lines and find a loophole within this whole commitment and, this contract or whatever Spencer done signed. We're going to find out very, very soon. But Coach Hudson, he has to go. The dude's getting on my nerves. Ever since I saw his face, I can already tell that something was up with him, and he proved us all right. He got to go, y'all. I don't know how they're going to do it. I just hope that Spencer can get out of this because we know he does not want to go to this school. The only reason that he decided to even commit there was because of Coach Dante, and he wasn't even notified that Coach Dante left. So they waited. They sit up here and waited until Spencer signed and everything to let him know. So we're going to find out all the details of this very, very soon. But you guys let me know, man. How did you feel about episode 4? Leave your theories, predictions, everything down below. And we're going to prepare for the next episode. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.